Continuing from the previous segment, the mysterious deaths of the legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife seem destined to remain an unsolved enigma as every lead hit a dead end. But then a shocking twist changed everything. Through relentless determination and sophisticated investigative techniques, FBI agents uncovered a clue that appeared insignificant at first glance, yet proved to be the key that unlocked a horrifying truth. This breakthrough didn't just solve Betsy's death, it exposed the lethal danger lurking within the fabric of our daily lives, a threat capable of claiming anyone's life at any moment. So what is this mystery? Could it be the final piece needed to unravel the full chilling reality? And most crucial, after an agonizing wait, the forensic report, packed with bizarre details, and Betsy's contact list from her final days revealed. From there, the tangled threads of the case began to loosen, exposing painful truths about the last days of Gene Hackman and his cherished wife, Betsy Arakawa. Gut-wrenching details about Gene Hackman's final week came to light. FBI investigators disclosed that the legendary actor passed away around February 18th, roughly a week after his wife, due to cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and atherosclerosis, compounded by advanced Alzheimer's. But the most devastating part, he died alone, left to fend for himself for days after Betsy Arakawa, his wife and caregiver, passed away before him. She was found in the bathroom, an open bottle of prescription medication beside her, pills scattered around her body. Investigators believe that, with his severe Alzheimer's, Gene likely didn't even realize his wife was gone. A choked-up medical investigator shared, "I can tell you he was in the late stages of Alzheimer's, and it's very possible he didn't know she had passed." Plus, the autopsy showed a faded yellow bruise on his left hip, suggesting to forensic experts that he may have taken a hard fall about a week before his death. But what took Betsy's life a week before Gene's? Were all our earlier theories wrong? Join us as we dive into a mystery that might leave the world stunned at the real reason behind Betsy's death in the next segment.
The cause of death is hantavirus.
Betsy's autopsy revealed she succumbed to the Hunter virus, a rare disease spread through rodent droppings, particularly prevalent in rural areas of the American Southwest, including New Mexico where the couple lived. This virus attacks the lungs, causing respiratory failure, and can kill within 24 to 48 hours if untreated. Investigators believe Arakawa died between February 11th and 12th, based on phone records showing Betsy made 3 desperate calls to a Santa Fe medical center called Cloudberry Health. A doctor recalled, "She called me a few weeks before her death to ask about scheduling an echocardiogram for her husband. She booked an appointment for herself on February 12th. She called again that morning and spoke to one of our doctors who told her to come in that afternoon. But when the office followed up, Dr. Josiah Child said Betsy never showed. He told Fox News that Betsy had been seeking advice about nasal congestion after previously calling about Gene's declining health." Hackman's pacemaker data confirmed he died 7 days later, on February 18th, though their bodies weren't discovered until 8 days after that, on February 26th, by a maintenance worker, far too late. This revelation left people reeling with sorrow over the couple's tragic end, while sparking fear and confusion about the true cause of Betsy's death, hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a deadly threat lurking all around us. You won't believe how dangerous it is. So what is hantavirus? What are the symptoms? How lethal is it? And how can you protect yourself from this silent killer? Don't look away from this video, because in the next part, I'll show you a simple yet incredibly effective way to save your family. So what is hantavirus? It's a family of deadly viruses in the hantavirus group, primarily transmitted to humans through contact with infected rodents, like mice or squirrels, especially household or field mice. You don't even need direct contact. Simply inhaling dust contaminated with their feces, urine, or saliva can infect you. And when it strikes, it morphs into hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, HPS, a nightmare that floods your lungs, cripples your breathing, and can snuff out your life in just 24 to 48 hours. HPS symptoms often start like the flu, appearing anywhere from 1 to 8 weeks after exposure,
with an average incubation period of 2 to 4 weeks, easily mistaken for a common cold or respiratory bug. You might experience high fever, fatigue, muscle aches, headaches, nausea, but then it escalates fast into acute respiratory distress, pulmonary edema, and kidney failure. This critical phase hits suddenly within 24 to 48 hours of those initial flu-like signs, and it's why HPS carries a terrifying mortality rate of 30 to 60% if not treated in time. It's rare in the U.S., with about 200 cases a year across the Americas per the CDC. Right now, there's no specific cure. Drawing from Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's case, a few factors might explain how she contracted this virus. First, their living environment. Police noted rodent activity around their Santa Fe, New Mexico home, a hotspot for hantavirus in the U.S.
Thanks to the deer mouse, a common carrier thriving in the area. If mice infiltrated their house or nearby spaces like sheds or garages, their droppings or urine could have become airborne, especially if Betsy was cleaning or exposed to those areas without protection like a mask.
Second, indirect exposure through cleaning. HPS often strikes when people unknowingly inhale the virus while sweeping dust, wiping down surfaces tainted with rodent waste, or even opening windows in long unused spaces. Betsy might have been infected days or weeks before her death, given hantavirus's 1 to 8 week incubation. Early symptoms, fever, muscle pain, fatigue, could have prompted her to take prescription meds for relief before the disease rapidly progressed to respiratory failure around February 11. Found in a bathroom with an open pill bottle and scattered tablets, she may have felt unwell from early HPS, but living with Hackman's severe Alzheimer's hesitated to leave him alone for a hospital visit. Instead, she likely tried self-medicating with prescribed drugs, unaware the real killer was ravaging her body, leading to this heart-wrenching tragedy. But don't let this spiral you into panic. Despite its danger, preventing hantavirus is shockingly simple. It's not a death sentence if you know how to stay safe. Just 3 easy, incredibly effective steps. First, keep your living space clean. Regularly tidy up, especially dark, damp areas where rodents love to nest. Store food securely to deter these invaders. Second, block rodent entry. Seal cracks in your home, set traps, or use safe repellents. And finally, avoid direct contact.
If you must clean up droppings or urine, wear rubber gloves and a mask to shield yourself. Gene Hackman and Betsy's heartbreaking deaths aren't just a tale of illness, they're a wake-up call about protecting ourselves and our loved ones, especially the elderly. At 95 with advanced Alzheimer's, Gene lived alone for a week, unaware his wife had succumbed to hantavirus. He passed on February 18th from heart disease, days after Betsy. If someone had been there, if there'd been monitoring or a caregiver, things might have turned out differently.
Betsy could have been spotted early as the virus struck, and Gene might have gotten the help he needed. It's a costly lesson. Isolated seniors or pairs of elderly folks living alone need regular support, routine check-ins, medical alert devices, or hired help. Small steps that can rewrite fate, but the story doesn't end there. It's a reminder for us, the children. In our fast-paced, pressure-filled lives, when was the last time you asked yourself, how much time have I given my parents? Gene and Betsy spent their final days in solitude, but are our own parents, quietly waiting for a call, a hug. They've poured their lives into raising and loving us. As they age, their health and spirits grow more fragile than ever. A single check-in call or a few kind words can light up their day with joy and comfort. Don't let Gene and Betsy's tragedy become your family's story. Caring for your parents isn't just duty, it's a way to cherish family and create life's sweetest memories. Right now, pick up the phone, call them, plan a visit, or just say, I love you, Mom and Dad. Time waits for no one. Don't let life's busyness rob you of the chance to show your parents the love and care they deserve. Let's dive back into the official investigation results released by the police. Betsy and Gene Hackman died about a week apart. A critical detail that's the linchpin in deciding who will claim the legendary Gene Hackman's staggering $80 million fortune after both he and his wife Betsy Arakawa passed away. This is real-life drama you can't afford to miss. Gene Hackman, the 95-year-old icon, left his entire estate to his beloved wife, Betsy Arakawa. In his will, not a single line mentioning his 3 children. But Betsy, with her generous heart, intended to donate it all to charitable organizations. Then comes the jaw-dropping twist: she died a week before him. Legal experts are buzzing. Does Gene's will still hold water? With Betsy gone first, where does the money go? Who will walk away with the $80 million prize? Will it be the charity's Betsy champion, or can Hackman's 3 children swoop in and win the battle to reclaim their father's inheritance? What's the final verdict? Don't miss out, because our next episode will unveil every sizzling twist in this legal showdown. Hit that follow button and turn on notifications right now. Blink for a second, and you'll miss the moment that decides it all. We always respect the Hackman family's privacy and only share publicly available information with one sole purpose: to raise community awareness about the dangers of hantavirus. This isn't just a story, it's a wake-up call for all of us to take action to protect ourselves and our loved ones. If you have any helpful tips for preventing hantavirus, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments below this video. Every small step you take could save countless lives. Remember, health is a priceless treasure, and caution is the key to safeguarding it. Thank you for joining us in this meaningful journey. Hit that follow button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos.